going on, guys? But yeah. Alright guys, so welcome to episode 2 of my Playing Runescape Properly series. So I've actually gone back and I've actually edited a few titles from my previous video, and I made the first version of this to upload as a pilot episode, and then I changed the second one to episode 1, and now this is actually starting on to episode 2. As you can see now, this is not part of this series. This is actually, well, first of all, I'd like to thank a pretty good friend of mine. His name is GWS2, and he's decided, I was talking to him for a bit, and I've known him for a while. He's trusted me with tons, but I actually sent him a PM asking him if he would like to, well, I don't not really like to, but if you would sell me a white party hat for just 30 mil, so I could actually buy, as you can see, I'm buying all the party hats now with my shards, but a goal I actually wanted to do in this series was to try and earn a blue party hat simply from just earning the money. So Cam actually decided to sell me a white party hat for 30 mil, so seriously, thank you so much for that, Cam. That really means a lot. Now, people are going to say this is a shout out, please just don't. It's just so obvious it's not, but overall, I now have, as you can see, the 5 party hats, and I'm now going to try and earn the blue as a long-term goal. So something exploded, but I'm going to go sort it out in a minute. But yeah, please enjoy this video. Alright guys, so welcome to the official, well, the start of the second episode. So of course, these clips are not live commentary. This is me commentating pretty much over what I've actually done in the time period it's actually taken me to get here. So as you can see by here, I've actually been, once again, as you can probably tell by the gear in the first clip, I actually bought some more gear to actually go and kill some more bots. Now, I actually calculated on a live stream quite a while ago when I was actually bot killing, that killing bots is something pretty good money, something like 1+ mil per hour really, which is really good money. So I was there until I actually, well, obviously I got this amount, so then I went and quickly just sold it all, and that actually got me up to an 800+ cash pile, which is pretty ridiculous to be earned already. Just because I'm poor, really, I actually decided to tan all the dragon hides I actually got, because I thought it would actually get me a bit extra money, but there, when I actually sold them, I actually had a feeling that I probably got less, so I was actually going to check, but then I decided, didn't really mind, I still got some money for it, so that was all good, really. But then after that, I decided to actually create some overloads by, well, obviously I had to buy all the potions, and then with those, obviously I had to stick in the secondary and create the extreme potions, but I wanted to get some overloads banked with, really. So the toastals were actually quite a bit expensive for me at the time, so I didn't want to put too much money into them, so I only bought a couple, if any, but I just wanted to get an overload, really, because I wanted to actually just go dungeoneering, and as you know, to dungeon with overloads is just so much easier than, well, I don't know if any of you actually, well, some of you will know that, but to actually dungeon with overloads is so much easier, and to put, well, to sacrifice about, maybe, I don't actually know how much an overload was, but maybe about 80k on one overload to actually supply for 3 floors, was, in my opinion, a worthwhile investment, so I actually decided to do that. And of course, when I went dungeoneering, as you can see here, I decided to buy my dungeon cape, because I could, with my dungeon cape, I could obviously host a better team, but overall, I actually just asked friends to come, really. But before I actually got into a floor, I actually decided to help some guy out by making him a Gorgonite plate body, and prior to this, I actually made him a Prometheum 2-handed sword as well, but I didn't do this for money. I decided just to do it just to help him out, really, just because in this series, I like to try and play the game as if I wasn't like a YouTuber or anything, so to help people out is something I actually really enjoyed doing, so that was kind of cool. But after that, I went to go dungeoneering. Unfortunately, Luke rage quit the floor twice in a row, so that was 2 doses of my overload gone instantly to only 1 floor, and unfortunately I was actually not prestiging a couple of floors, which kind of sucked, but so I went back and bought some more overloads because that kind of did not go very well. So I don't think it wasn't Luke's fault. The first floor was a fair rage quit. We opened the first door and it was there was a pop door at base, and then we opened the first door of the dungeon and it was tier 10 ghosts, so that was just it was a one-way ghost with a pop door already in the first one, so that was a fair rage quit. But these overloads were quite a lot to me at the time, so that was kind of a bad side. But yeah, then I went back to dungeoneering. So unfortunately I not prestiged another floor. It didn't go that well, so I wasn't that fussed because it was a not prestige floor. But then we started doing the warp floor, so I could actually get some good experience from it. As you can see, we had 7,491 tokens there, which is a boost. And then we went to our next one, and fortunately here, someone didn't actually end the floor. I was actually meant to edit this clip. I'm actually recording over these, so it'd be more difficult to me too. So overall, no one actually ended the clip, and then Luke went crazy, and it was pretty funny though. But so I just went AFK and got some food. Actually, he actually said to me while I was outside the floor that I go quiet when E-drama starts or something along those lines. I was just like, I went AFK to get food because I knew it wouldn't end anytime soon, knowing him. But yeah, as you can see, I'm actually trying to take a print screen on my screen a few times with Gazzo to prove that I actually did end the floor. But as you can see there, 6,078 tokens. It wasn't bad, and if someone ended, that would have been a 10-minute floor, which is pretty damn nice. But yeah, next floor here, of course, I think this was the last one I actually did. Yeah, it was, and this one was a pretty bad floor time-wise. Well, not really time-wise, but it was fairly decent for actually what happened. So As you can see, I'm buying toad flax seeds. Herb runs are going to be a huge source of money for me in this series. Farming pretty much is just one of the best ways to make money in the game, I think. So, well, not really the best money, but a good way to make money on the side of everything else. So to do farm runs was the best. So I did actually get my ectofuel, my already got my explorer's ring back. Don't have that recorded, but I'm sure because you've actually seen that I had a completely clean bank, I decided to. But I actually got a squeal spin, and from this I actually got a whopping 100k. Now, if I wasn't doing this series, that wouldn't have meant anything to me. I was been like, oh yeah, 100k. But now, that's like a tenth of my bank just made from a spin. So that was kind of cool. Now, some people may say, why am I using the Squeal of Fortune? That's counted as cheating. Pretty much, it's there. I'm going to use it. It can aid me in situations where I get that 100k and all that. And then there's other times when it's not. But yeah, went back to dungeoneering. I can't even remember if I did 2 more floors. That hurt rooms in 2 floors. So yeah, I did this floor, and then I actually did another floor right after this one, which is actually shown here of my fail leaving. It's alright, the hex hunter mode's there. But there's Luke leeching it out. Luke actually leeched this floor to actually give us some tips on this floor. So as you can see, it's a lot slower, but Luke actually leeched it. He obviously did some stuff, so it's alright. But actually, that's the last floor for me to actually be able to afford my arcane stream necklace, which is cool. I actually wrote down all my dungeon tokens, so I know I did have the right amount. But of course, I can't really prove that, but I'm sure it's fine. But a way I'm actually going to do my chaotics, you can watch these clips now that I'm playing, but the way I'm actually going to do my chaotics are, because I have so many dungeon tokens that are going to go to waste if I don't use them, what I'm actually going to do is, when I unlock a chaotic as in earning it, I think I've earned that chaotic permanently. So if I ever lose that chaotic, I can just go back and rebuy it with the tokens I've already had. Because therefore, the tokens aren't going to waste, and I do have to earn the chaotic first. And then of course, if I want to risk that chaotic, which I probably won't do if I only had one, unless I wanted to make a video from it, I can just go back and get another one, which is kind of cool. So after that, well, you just saw all those clips then. I decided to go to Ganademic Beasts to make some money. Now, I've never properly killed these for money, but I learned, like, when I was doing these for Slayer, before I actually pretty much obliterated my bank, I actually profited from cannoning these tasks. I was just like, right, I can make some good money. So as you can see here, I got a toadstool seed, some palm trees. Really, money was just rolling in. These clips are going to come quickly, but here I actually got a Dragon Hell, and this is right after the update of that Anogic or whatever the hell it is. I don't really know, but overall, these are just some small updates of what, I mean, I play clips when I get small updates. So as you can see here, Polypore stick as well, which is kind of cool to get. And here's a midway price check of the actual trip itself. As you can see, the money, this trip, I don't think an hour was up at this point. Maybe, yeah, this is pretty much as soon as my Wolpertinger was running out. You can see in the text bar that my Wolpertinger was about to run out. So this was just barely an hour, pretty much to make 1.6 mil, which is ridiculous. And here I actually get a rare drop table of U-Logs, and that was just like, back in the day, if I didn't have no bag, that would have been like, ugh, but that was insane. So this is actually ending my trip. I got to, well, like, this is it. So I price check it quickly all here, and that's kind of cool to have. So I believe it was something around, it was either 3.6 mil, it was either between 2 to 4 mil, I know that, but I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, definitely above 3 mil. So, and this took me about maybe 90 minutes to earn, so I made 3 mil in 90 minutes. I'd still say that's a pretty successful rebuild there once I've got here. So, after this, of course, I went and sold everything, so I'm going to go and speed this clip up, and you can watch it really, but that was about it for what happens now. But I'll probably throw some more clips on, but I'm just going to keep it here. But I'm going to ask, how long would you like these episodes to be? Because this is probably how I'm going to structure the whole series. I'm just going to talk over the clips, pretty much you can see what happens as I commentate over it to make it enjoyable overall. But please tell me how long you could make these clips, because I could make some of these clips an hour long really, but I'd have to spend maybe 10 or so days actually getting all the clips needed. But for an hour-long video, I'd probably rebuild from maybe a 5 mil to a 50 mil bank in one episode, but it will be quite long. But please tell me if this was an enjoyable video, and then tell me how long you'd like this episode. But overall, thank you for watching the first episode, guys, and I'll have the second episode out fairly soon, depending on the ratings, depending on how much people enjoy this. I'll try to get the second episode out soon, and I tell you, the second episode is pretty good. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Of course, if you're actually a new viewer, then if you want to see the next episode, I'll just stick a link on the end of every episode. Just click that link, it'll take you straight there. However, if the link's not there yet, it means the episode has not been released. Finally, what I'd like to just quickly throw in the end is I actually live stream quite a lot of this series. So as you can see, the live stream link is actually on screen now. I'll try and link it, but I'm not sure if I can with an annotation, but the link is in the description. If you ever want to check out my live stream version of this series, then feel free to. Can get a bit tedious in parts, but apparently it's really enjoyable to watch.